And there it is, folks. Um, into Miami for the first time ever in League's Cup. We lose. We lose this game 2-1 against Tigres. And before I go any further with this matchup, I gotta get credit to Tigres. I gotta give credit to Tigres. They played outstanding soccer in this one. No hard feelings. It was a tough battle from start to finish. But in the end, their formation, where they're supposed to be, where they're supposed to go on this spot or that spot, they know where the ball was going to go, and they have a good turnover probability against the team, if that makes sense to you. Meaning, if we cause turnover, they can capitalize, and that's what they did, and that's how they won the game. We wind up being second place in East 3. And Tigres wind up taking East 3 with all 6 points that they have. They win the group stage. They win the group. And deservedly so. They played a hard-fought battle against Inter Miami. Guzman, who I found out played over 400 games with the same team, he was amazing. Despite the one hiccup that he had against Campana, that was a thing. Anyway, can't win them all, unfortunately. But let's go over this match. I'm not upset because I understand this was a hard fought battle. It stings. It really stings. But then I remembered that the next match we still advanced to the round of 32, which I'm going to preview in a few days. I have a feeling I know who we're going to play against, but we'll see. Anyway, and we start off with I remember, I think Tigres had the ball first. So there was a shot attempt with Yannick Bright, but that was blocked away. Campana, 10 minutes later, there was really not much happened for the next 10 minutes. There was an offside by Ibanez, who got caught, and a few fouls. There's some scenarios where not much has happened. Then the 13th minute, finally, Campana with trying to get one at the bottom right corner, but that was saved by their goalkeeper, and that was a marvelous save. Mateus Rojas gets blocked. Corner kick for Inter Miami. That was conceded by Winonos, if I got that right. Jordi Alba gets blocked. The minute after, corner kick for Inter Miami. That was conceded by Diego Reyes. The first shot of the game was a golazo. Basically, what happened was there was I wouldn't say it was a volley, but the ball was up in the air. They had to go for the behind the pass. I think it was Ibanez that tried to have that head pass at his head pass. The ball went backwards, and it just so happens that Juan Brunetta was right there, and he just hooks it. He just hooks that ball, and that went over, and it just snuck in the top right corner. It snuck in that top right corner, which is an unbelievable goal. They were at the left side of the box too, and that ball was flying up, and it comes down to that top right corner. I mean, there was nothing Drake Callender could do. And I started all right, first off, I'm like, fuck, because I didn't want to give away that goal. And second of all, that was a damn good goal. So, anyway, we're down 1-0. We're down 1-0 already. A couple of minutes later, Ibanez with a shot attempt miss from the cross, and that was close. Flores with the attempt saved by Callender. Corner kick for Inter Miami a little bit after that. That was conceded by Gueno. And then tempers started flaring. There was some pushing and shoving. Not the fight, a brawl didn't break out, but referee had to come in and had to step in and be peacemaker. And as a result of being the peacemaker, 2 yellow cards were shown. And I think another one was shown after that for different reasons. But two players in this scuffle gets a yellow card. Caroca gets a yellow card, and Rojas gets a yellow card because they both initiated contact against each other. Ibanez gets a foul. That was a silly foul by Ibanez. He gets shown a yellow. Redondo almost makes it 1-1. That was save. That was a save there. Bernetta nearly makes it 2-0, and he just misses to the right. Campana with that bad foul that he committed, that was absolutely silly, and that wound up hurting Diego Gomez for a bit, and he gets shown a yellow card. Reyes would continue on for the game, so that was good news for him. That is not a serious thing. Corner kick a little bit after that when the stoppage time started. Corner kick for Inter Miami, that was going to see it by Reyes, speaking of. And Robert Taylor missing it close to the left. I mean, that was close. That could have been 1-1 right there, but it wasn't meant to be. And Gressel gets called for offside twice in a row. Just how special that is. Dangerous play by Luis Guinanos. That's what ESPN was saying. I didn't say it. Anyway, a little bit after that, there will be a foul given, and that will wind up being the halftime. Halftime score will be 1-0 Tigres. Second half begins a little bit later because Tigres decided to come out late in the game in the second half. They took their time, they delayed themselves for a bit, trying to test mind into Miami. I mean, I would complain about it, but I would not. It would not win my case because Inter Miami has done something like this before in the regular season, where they delay themselves in the locker room and they come out late and then begin second half play. So I totally get what they're trying to do. It's not for me to complain about because I would have been no better, to be honest. Well, anyway. Now that's talked about, right? Inter Miami gets the ball going. A few fouls later, corner kick would be the first action. Well, technically speaking, but that was conceded by Reyes. We finally have a shot attempt at the 52nd minute. Guinanos misses too high up. There was a handball. Not much to say about that one. Marcelo Flores gets blocked. Mateus Rojas with the attempt miss. Jesus Angelo gets hurt, but he does continue. He does continue for the remainder, for the most part of the game. So that's good news. Robert Taylor gets called offside. Few fouls later, then there would be seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 substitutions. 4 by Inter Miami, 3 by Tigres. So here we go. Tigres. Andre Pierre Nack replaces Ibanez. Aziel Herrera comes in for Guinanos. If I butchered, I'm sorry. Sebastian Cordova replaces Marcelo Flores. So that's Tigres. 4 substitutions for Inter Miami. David Ruiz replaces Gressel. Sergio Busquets replaces Yannick Bright. Leo Alfonso comes in for Robert Taylor. And Negri comes in for Alba. Whatever the case, the decision that Tata made, maybe 1 or 2 ideas came in place. One is that you want to rest their best players for Thursday matchup, which I think that's Thursday, if not, I think about it. Game against whatever happens. And or, in the second case scenario, put in their fresh legs and see what they can do about it to get this thing going. Then in the 72nd minute, Campana gets fouled in the penalty box. Pizarro, not Rodolfo Pizarro. Yes, I know who Rodolfo Pizarro is. He was the first ever scorer for Inter Miami history on March 7th, 2020. Anyway, not that Pizarro. Guido, if I pronounce it right, Pizarro gets called for a yellow card, and deservedly so. That was clearly a foul in the penalty box. He gets shown a yellow. The referee was checking to see if it was a correct decision, and in the booth upstairs, the VAR system said, "Yep, it's a good call. The penalty is confirmed." Who is going to take this penalty? And it would be Capana that would take this penalty, and that was a right decision. One of our best number 9s as we have at that moment, Suarez, would not play in this game. So Capana comes in. See, where is he going to go? Well, Capana did a pretty slick thing. He looks towards that left so that the goalkeeper would have to think he's going to pick that way. A no-look shot to the right. Thinking that it was going to go left, but instead it went right. A no-look shot would be the equalizing penalty goal. And Capana, I mean, that was kind of slick for Capana too. He gets this one and it ties the game up 1-1. So hope it's there, at least for that moment. Anyway, tie game 1-1 in the 74th minute at that point. So awesome. Capana, I swear, this goal, this save is gonna come. It comes back and bite us in the rear ends, because that was a marvelous save by Guzman for Tigres. That was an incredible save by Guzman, because any other goalie, this probably could have been 2-1, and it should have been 2-1, and God damn it, it was not. It was not meant to be. Corner kick for Inter Miami, that was conceded by Guzman. Corner kick for Inter Miami again, that was conceded by Angel. David Martinez, who I already talked about last week. Substitutions for Martinez misses high and wide to the left. Substitutions for Tigres, there'll be 2 substitutions. Tercero replaces Anquino. Juan Vigion, I can't pronounce it, replaces Carcioca. Into Miami, final substitution for them. And this is, I don't know. Now looking back at it, this wound up being a really bad call for Tata. Kristoff comes in for Martinez, and that was a really bad call. I'm sorry, you do not put him in that situation. If I was Tata, if you're going to put a defensive player, honestly, if you want my opinion, either Sailor or Noah Allen would have been a better candidate than Kristoff. I understand he has that experience until he did this 4 minutes later. So, 82nd minute, Vigian with the header, he misses to the right. Corner kick for Tigres, that was conceded by Redondo. And then there will be some turnovers, and then that poor, clear giveaway by Kristoff. Yes, I said it. I'm going to say it again. Kristoff gives away that ball in the penalty to Vigian. I can't pronounce it. And then, of course, he would get that in the bottom right corner. And then, of course, that will wind up being a game-winning goal for Tigres. And my patience is wearing thin with this guy. I'm sorry. I said it. My patience is wearing thin. Keeps getting hurt. And he can't clear the freaking ball. And right there cost us this game. And it should not have happened, but it did. I understand no soccer player is going to be perfect. But my gosh, this was a terrible giveaway. And of course, that bite us in the ass. It bite us in the ass. And we wind up losing this game because of it. It's the truth. Numbers don't lie, folks. Anyway, Tigres recashed the lead 2-1, and that would ultimately be the game winner. Corner kick for Tigres, that was succeeded by Negri. Alfonso almost makes it 2-2, but that was safe there by Guzman. And that will wind up being a 5-minute stoppage, but there will be 1 more minute after that because of this situation. So Andre Pierre Gignac, if I butcher these names, he misses, and then there will be some scuffle. Redondo got frustrated. He had the ball, and I guess Tigres won it in defensive, and fouls been given to Redondo. He got frustrated, and it looked like he elbowed them, and that could have been a red card if they wanted to give it. If they wanted to give it to Redondo, that could have been a red card. But thankfully, that was not the case. He will not get suspended next match. At least I'm hoping so. Anyway, the game ends right there, 2-1, losing to Tigres. Not only losing our shot of being the top team in the group, but for the first time ever, we lose a Leagues Cup game. We did. Undefeated last year, and ultimately, yes, Messi was that big contributor. But like I said, we can't win them all. We could have lost a game against Dallas last year, but they came back. And Inter Miami was close to making a comeback again, but Guzman and their defense was the top thing. So anyway, Inter Miami, for the first time in Leagues Cup history, they lose, but we still play on Thursday. But boy, this loss stings. This loss stings. And I cannot blame Tigres. I really blame our inability to clear the ball, which we gotta do just slightly better than that, man. You just do. All right, we look at the statistics. Inter Miami had more possession time with 55.9%, while Tigres had 44.1%. 5 shots on goal for Inter Miami. They only got one in. They got 1 goal in, which means Tigres would wind up having 4 saves. 3 shots on goal for Tigres, and 2 of those went in, and only 1 save by Calendar. Go figure. 3 freaking shots on goal. The entire game, folks. 3 shots on goal the entire game. The one mistake would probably do it all. Anyway, 9 shot attempts for Tigres. 14 fouls for Tigres. Yellow cards, 3 for Tigres, and 2 corner kicks for Tigres, and 4 saves. While for Inter Miami, 11 shot attempts, which 14 fouls, also 14 fouls for Inter Miami, 2 yellow cards shown to Inter Miami, 7 corner kicks for Inter Miami, and only 1 save the entire game. Well, I don't know who's going to be our opponent in this one. This happened in NRG Stadium, the home of the Houston Texans, by the way. That's a football stadium. I don't exactly know who's gonna play against who. I'm gonna try to find out right now, and it looks like there's no update on that currently. But man, this loss stung. But we gotta move on for Thursday, and then get ourselves back to potentially making it all the way to the finals again, which is probably not likely. But anyway, guys, there you go. Unfortunately, I have to report the bad news. That's going to do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this video for some reason, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, because Miami TVG gets it back. And what he does, hit it right there with the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Sign off, folks. Adios.